Do you remember being in elementary school when the teacher asked, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" Most of us wrote doctor, lawyer, firefighter, or a teacher. I wrote doctor. Back then, it felt simple, like the future was a straight line. But even in childhood, there is a quiet truth waiting beneath the surface. Dreams do not just happen. They demand something from you. John Burroughs said, "A somebody was once a nobody who wanted to be somebody and did." When I was 8, I spent a summer in Kahuku, Hawaii, with my uncle, who worked at the Kahuku Medical Center. I joined a vocational program for kids who dreamed big. We visited different workplaces, met people with different careers, and I loved every moment of that summer. President Theodore Roosevelt said, "Far and away the best prize that life offers is the chance to work hard at work, worth doing." I wanted to be a doctor then. Life took me elsewhere, but to those who did become what they dreamed of, congratulations. I know the mountain you had to climb was not easy. Walt Disney said, "All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." Tony Robbins added, "The only impossible journey is the one you never begin." On a Polynesian island, a long time ago lived a young boy named Peter who admired his uncle, one of the 3 elder drummers of the village. In those days, the drums were more than instruments. They were language, they were lifelines, they were the heartbeat of the island. When danger approached, when a message needed to travel across the sea and over coconut trees, the elder drummers climbed the tower and sent their warnings through rhythm. The sound carried like an ancient spirit, alive and trusted. Peter's father had once been an elder drummer too, but age had taken his strength. So, Peter followed his uncle every day, learning the language of the drums, training his body, and listening to the whispers of the ancestors in every beat. William Arthur Ward said, "Blessed is he who has learned to admire but not envy, to follow but not imitate." Peter studied the short beats, the sweeping tones, the bending stances, the breath control. He learned that drumming was not just sound, it was sacrifice. It was service. It was a promise to protect the people, and he wanted that responsibility. There is a saying, "Dreams do not work unless you do." Years passed. His arms strengthened. His rhythm sharpened. His spirit deepened. His father and uncle believed he might become the youngest elder drummer ever, but the island had its own test waiting. One afternoon, the wind shifted. Clouds rolled in fast, too fast. The sky darkened. The air thickened. The island held its breath. Then the drum from the next village thundered through the valley. "Danger! Get to high grounds!" The villagers scattered. Peter and his uncle sprinted to the drum tower. As they climbed, lightning cracked the sky and struck the tower. The world exploded in light and sound. The structure collapsed. Peter hit the ground hard. His uncle was pinned beneath the fallen beams. "Go," his uncle gasped. "Warn the next village. Help anyone who is lost. Take your drum. Climb." Peter's heart pounded. He did not want to leave him, but he knew the truth. He was the only one left who could send the message. Nelson Mandela said, "It always seems impossible until it's done." Peter ran. He grabbed his massive drum, 5 feet wide, 3 feet deep, threw it onto his back and climbed the mountain behind the tower as the storm roared around him. From the ridge, he could see the chaos below, trees bending, waves crashing, villagers running for their lives. He planted his feet, he raised his hands, and he began to drum. Hard, vast, precise. Every beat a warning, every rhythm a lifeline. He told the next village to flee. He told anyone who could hear him to follow the sound of his drum. There was shelter on the mountain. There was safety in the rhythm. People emerged from the storm, running, carrying children, helping the injured. Still Peter drummed. His arms burned. His legs trembled. His stomach knotted, but he refused to stop. More people needed him. Finally, the chief reached him and said, "Enough, you have done it." John Ruskin said, "The highest reward for a person's toil is not what they get for it, but what they become by it." Peter collapsed, exhausted, shaking until villagers from every direction came to thank him for saving their families. And suddenly, the pain did not matter. Samuel Johnson said, "Great works are performed not by strength but by perseverance." Perseverance is not just surviving the storm. It is becoming someone stronger because of it. It is choosing to climb when the mountain is steep. It is pushing through doubt, exhaustion, and fear because your purpose is bigger than your pain. Newt Gingrich once said, "Perseverance is the hard work you do after you get tired of doing the hard work you already did." Aloha.